Hello, my friends, and welcome to Danger Cat Mystic. We're here to do a message for the collective. There's a lot of energy coming through right now, and so I'm not like going on any particular storyline. We're just going to let spirit sort of guide the message. But what I am feeling is like an expansiveness in the energy today. There is more optimism, it feels like. And I don't know about you, but the Virgo South Node energy, it's starting to have it's starting to have a real noticeable effect. So I don't know where you have Virgo in your chart. For me, it's a pretty intense place, and I'm really seeing like how it's affecting me. And so yeah, I'm interested to know what sort of themes of the Virgo South Node you have been finding yourself dealing with. Yeah, Virgo's in my 8th house, so looking at things, right, we don't necessarily want to be looking at, for me. Virgo themes around routine, your routine in whatever house you have that in your birth chart. Okay, this is what Spirit wants to talk about. I'm not just rambling. Let's see here. Is there anything that the guides want to talk about that I've written down? Yes, I started writing again in my notebook. I've been feeling a little bit hesitant to put things on paper, like, I guess we're sharing this. There's the sensation that some of you have, probably. Okay, is this a collective message? Well, it's like the sense of, let's see here. Okay, I guess that's not a message for the collective. I'm sorry. Now you're like, what was she gonna say? The Hermit. Okay, what was she gonna say? There's that Virgo. Something's being looked at very closely. Something's being examined. We'll say that that's true. Whether we are examining ourselves or others are looking very closely at us. Okay? So much energy here. You know, I don't even know where to start. I just don't even know where to start. How about that message, Spirit? How about that? King of Swords. All right, so there's somebody here. This feels like somebody who's looking at you, right? Very sharp mind on this one. It's like somebody's looking at you and examining you. And there's something here about looking at what you need. Somebody's looking at like what area of your life are you lacking in, whether that's actual resources or like some part of you that is not being seen by other people but is really desiring to be seen. It's sort of the way a person would evaluate another person. Well, in a positive way, this would be like, well, what can I bring to the table for this person? How can I sort of fit into this person's life? How can we sort of mesh? How would that be? Versus like more nefarious ways that this can come about when, well, some of you seem to have a question about if somebody is just trying to feed into that sort of space that you have where there is something that could fill it. Okay. All right. Or if somebody's actually sincere, there's a question of sincerity here. And what do we need to know? Yep. The Fool, the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. Sincere. Is it sincere? I'm just getting this energy of like, sure, it's sincere, but it's also the Fool, and it's also the Page of Wands, and it's also the Page of Pentacles. So it's not like a bad energy. It's just saying that a lot of the sincerity is only existing right now as pure potential. As, well, when I take that leap, when I take that step, what is shown? What is shown for that? So there's a lot of maybe words here, a lot of talking, a lot of like thinking. Okay, so there is like this potential of energy. And Chariot's on the back of the deck with the Ten of Swords. And it's really saying to me that in order to move forward here, when it comes to, I don't know, a person or a business or some sort of opportunity, right, that it does require a lot of focus. Yes, focus is very important. Focus, 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 focus. Spirit just wants me to keep saying that. Focus, focus. Emotional control and being willing to end another chapter. Okay. So, Three of Swords, Six of Swords. Okay, is there anything else we need to know about that particular storyline, or can we move on? I'm hearing Delta excursion. I know there was something about the Delta plane that like crash landed, but nobody was unalived. Delta excursion. Okay, something about a plane could be relevant here. Seven of Cups to the Temperance. Okay, so basically when it comes to something where you're like, I don't really know somebody's intentions, what this is saying here is that you're in sort of this period where you have to relax. Okay, that's just how it's coming through. You have to relax and recognize that the fog here around what to do next is not going to just, right, the sun is still rising here. The sun is rising. When it gets high enough in the sky, all right, then the fog will start to dissipate. But as of right now, it's like you've got to be comfortable with some ambiguity, okay? You've got to be comfortable with not having all of the answers right now and of being willing to go slow. And I know people hate it when they say you've got to wait on divine time. And, you know, that can be frustrating when you think of like how long a year is and you're like imagine that you're going to be parted from somebody that you really care about for a year. You know, this has happened to me, and it's like thinking about it is actually the painful part versus actually being away from them. You don't realize, like, when you're not focusing on it, that time actually passes pretty quickly. Months go by pretty fast. And so focusing on how long something is taking is not serving us, right? And I feel like many of you already know this. It's just to affirm your intuition, to affirm kind of like the speed at which you feel things are developing. Because the energetic undulations are a lot. Feeling high one day, feeling kind of low the next day. By the way, I started this another deck of my I did have a deck that I created before, but I don't use those for various reasons, and I'm starting to make a new one. So as soon as I get enough, then we'll start having more I don't know, maybe more personal sort of messages coming through. So yeah, let's see. I feel a little bit like nervous. It feels like, oh, well, I guess I'm going to do this thing. Oh, well, I guess I'm going to, that's what these pages in the Fool feel like. It's like, I feel like, oh, I'm going to do this thing. Oh, because, right, the Page of Wands and Page of Pentacles, those are both cards that talk about physical action, the potential to take action. We're thinking about the actions that we want to take and the projects we want to take on. So yes, there is something very much here about looking at the place where we want to fully put our energy, right? Every king was once a page. Well, maybe not literally, but they were a young man, right? And so something here is in the young man phase of maturity, but it's coming here from a King of Swords. So recognizing where we are in the path and that we are exactly where we are meant to be at this moment. So watching the clock is not helping. Okay. Getting focused on what you can improve and what you can improve right now. Okay, what can you improve right now? All right, so let's get some astro cards here. First house. Oh, and the ascendant? Dang, first house and ascendant. There's an arrival, there's an entrance. I feel like you're making an entrance. Or something is making an entrance. Wow, okay. Well, this is wonderful. First house and ascendant. You're making an entrance. Somebody is making an entrance towards you. This is about like who you are. First house and ascendant is, you know, kind of the same thing. Not exactly, but the ascendant is in the first house. So this is how you're appearing, how you are showing up in the world. And then we have conjunction, which is talking about an alliance, something that is very close to you, someone that is very close to you. We have the 6th house of sustainability. We have the 4th house of home. What does 6 and 4 add up to be? 10. So your home and your daily routines, right, have a lot to do with your legacy, your 10th house. So what you're doing for your daily work, maybe some of you are working from home, but this is about all of your habits here. All right, so there's something about you, like I'm getting like a strong star energy here, since we are talking about the first house and the ascendant. Like you're somebody who is ready and available to take center stage, it feels like. Ready and ready. Yeah, just like my cat, just doing his business right as we're recording. It's fine. It's the way things are right now. So there's something about your personality here that is really compelling, that could maybe be a source of money for you, for finances, to like pay for your home, to build a home. This looks like really just a gorgeous potential, a gorgeous possibility. Let's see the first house with ascendant. Oh man. First house with ascendant. Ace of Cups. New love. New possibilities. Feeling like you're overflowing with this gorgeous heart chakra energy, and that you have more to share. You have so much to share, and you share it abundantly. Show me. Show me. Who is this star? Justice. Queen of Swords and Ten of Cups. Wow. So you are somebody who brings justice to situations. You are somebody who speaks out against what is wrong, who speaks against the shadows that others try to hide and the masks that others hide behind. You see through the facade. You see through the facades of those who approach you to see, are they just trying to see what they can get from me? Or do they actually have an interest in me? Do they want to see how far how much they can take? Or is this person genuinely trying to find out how they can help me, how we can help each other? So you have a very clear mind, very clear perception, very intelligent. And you know what you want. You have the Ace and the Ten of Cups. You might have a very significant Libra placement, since we have both the Queen of Swords and the Justice here. A lot of water as well. You're somebody who is determined to live life on your terms. But not so that you can just be, quote, selfish. It's because you know that when you take care of yourself and when you look out and you think, hold on. When you bring your honesty to every situation, when you bring your clear ability to just like cut through the shit, it's very illuminating. It's incredibly powerful because you're reminding people of what it is to be in touch with their heart. Okay. It's like by you owning your dream here, because this is so powerful. It's like I'm talking to a talk show host or something, or somebody who just has a very prominent position, like even some kind of show anchor. I'm just getting that you have a lot of eyes on you, or maybe you're a YouTuber or some other platform. Okay, whatever it is, it's just like you are giving people permission to be honest. And yeah, this can be triggering for some people because they're not used to thinking that way. But for other people, they are so compelled by it and they are so magnetically drawn to the idea that their heart's desires exist for a reason. Wow. So you're like Oprah, basically. I don't know. There's just this vibe here of like somebody who really sees into people. And it's like you see the shadow and you see the light. You see everything. It's not just that you are like so many people projecting, like seeing a sliver of something within you and right, projecting something about themselves onto you so that they make you the scapegoat. This is probably a common experience that you've had. But it's like, no, it's like you see the whole person. You see their light, their glory, their unawakened potential. And you also see the dark shadow. And you see it all at once. It's like panoramic vision. You have panoramic vision here. Well, we do have the King and the Queen of Swords, so yeah, there's something here about seeing patterns. But the thing about this is that even when you see these people's shadows, the thing about you that's different, right? The thing about you that's different is that you don't need to disown that person when you see their shadow. It's like you're the person who can, after a fight with somebody, after an argument, it's like you want to be able to make up. You want to be able to have very clear discussion. And for things to evolve and to improve and to move forward. Not everybody is like that. A lot of people would rather just project it on you and like hide and pretend that that didn't happen. I don't want to think about that, right? But not you. It's like, you're like, I see you. I see this problem that you're having. And I see the beauty in you as well. And I'm not abandoning you. Great. All right, so we're not talking about somebody who has a savior complex and is like taking on other people's problems and allowing them to stay in your life unconditionally, okay? But this is unconditional love. It's just not unconditional tolerance for the bullshit that people try to pull with you, okay? So there's this beautiful letting go that I'm feeling in your energy. It's like I can see it and I can let it go. Let it go in love. And it's just like, it's just this deep sense of faith. I just want to talk about you because your energy is just so beautiful. It's like this deep sense of faith that the ones who are meant to be in your life are not going to disappear, and that you can handle any sort of like, you know, all this projection that gets thrown at you from those who are not willing to meet themselves as deeply as you have. Okay, so let's see what this conjunction is about. The Eight of Pentacles, the Star, and the Sun. Hello. Dude, somebody, it's like getting some kind of a big break. There's something here that you're working on. Maybe with another person. Maybe within an organization. But this fulfills so many different parts of you. It's like you get this personal satisfaction. And you also feel as if you're being seen by others. So it's like if you have been somebody where it's been hard for you to sort of find your tribe, right? This is saying that you're finding your tribe, that you don't, like if you feel like you've been kind of like an outsider, like a weirdo, you're not going to feel that way anymore. I mean, I'm sure that you're unique in a beautiful and wonderful way. But what this is saying is like, you're going to feel like you've been discovered, you've been found. You've been seen, you've been witnessed. All of your work here. Sixth house, sustainability. What's that? Three of Cups, Ten of Swords, and Strength. Okay. There is something here with perhaps a group of friends, or there is some sort of, I don't know, like lifestyle. Okay? Maybe you have a particular friend group, or you have a situationship, or a friends with benefits, or even a partner. I don't know, but there's something about it here that that's not sustainable. Ten of Swords. going back to us having the courage to end something in order to have a new beginning, and then sticking with that. Okay, so maybe there's a situation where you're like, this just can't go on. Okay, this is not sustainable. Like drinking every night or whatever it is that you're doing, whatever kind of like maybe a toxic sort of relationship that you have. It's like this has to end and we need to like put a pin in this and have it be done. Okay, because look at this. The World, the Five of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Seven of Swords is on the back of the deck. This is like a relationship that is full of mistrust, that's full of jealousy, that's full of like just subterfuge, okay? Control tactics. That has to come to an end. So I don't know exactly what you're dealing with, but it's like saying, in order to have this, you've got to, well, something else here has to end. Does Spirit want to say anything else about how that ending can come about? Hierophant and Justice. Well, that's a pretty big energy. And I almost said enemy. Page of Pentacles. The Four of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. I mean, it looks here like there is an ending here. No getting around it. Hierophant and Justice is like, this has got to stop. You're seeing the cause and effect of what's happening here, right? In this relationship, this situation, you're seeing that it's unhealthy, and you're being like, the cause and effect is that this will end. And now I'm going to put my energy into a new home, a new relationship, my own financial independence. There's something here where it's like, it feels like maybe you are moving to a new home. It's just about, coming to the conclusion, a very strong conclusion that something here is not working. Whatever that is for you. Okay. So yeah, it looks like some of you will be moving eventually, because we do also have the fourth house of home here. Getting your own place, doing your own thing. You could have people around you who are sort of codependent on your actions. Like, it's like they are wanting, oh no, it's like they're waiting on you to see what you're going to do before they decide to do what they're going to do. But it's like, I'm also getting something about a relationship where somebody's putting off going to school because they are hanging on to a relationship. So it's like somebody who would need to move away, and they're not doing that because they know that the relationship would end. Maybe not for many of you, but that's coming through. Show me the fourth house of home here. Knight of Cups and the Chariot. Yeah, you're moving in this direction of your true home. You're moving in the direction of your true home, of being a person in the community, or being like a supportive person in the community for somebody who is this sort of public figure. All right, you are dealing with the Star and the Sun. So what do we want to look at here? It's almost, yeah, we did say it's like you're gonna be discovered or something like that. Show me more about this ascendant arrival and conjunction. Whatever this project is that you are taking on or becoming involved with. Let's look at that. Whoa, got a whole pile. Boundaries, self-regulation, face your fears, forgiveness, process your feelings. Let's see. That was too many. Show me arrival and ascendant. It's like all of the ways that you're working on yourself right now. Seek healing. And then we have the past on the back of the deck. With shadow work. Seek healing for the past. So there's something it feels like you're still working to heal in order to more fully step into this highest version of yourself. This sort of like public. All right, what is this that needs healing about the past? What is this shadow work? Actually, I'm going to use my shadow deck. What is this shadow from the past that needs healing? Sorrow, sadness, and pain. Sadness shows us what is going on deeply inside our soul. It indicates the distress we may feel. Our sorrow can be due to a loss, separation, disappointment, hopelessness, loneliness, or unfortunate life events. This deep heartache permeates our being, brings us to our knees, demands our attention, wants to be felt and acknowledged. It shows us how intensely we care about this world and the others. In order to get through this wall of grief, we need to mourn and look at the roots of our pain. Ask yourself, how often do I experience sadness? What and who does my heart ache for? Why? What is this pain showing me? How can I help myself through this process? Okay, so looking at the roots of some kind of pain from the past. So there's some sort of pain here that it looks like you're dealing with, needing to transmute something in order to more fully step into this like gigantic role that it feels like you're playing. Show me what the sorrow, sadness, and pain is about. The Judgment. Tower. Wow. Okay. Wow, that's a whole ass pile. Okay, putting that back. Temperance. The Moon. Five of Pentacles. So you've been through some shit, okay? Two of Cups on the back of the deck. Five of Wands. King of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. The Tower. Two of Cups. So there's something here about a relationship where maybe somebody put you in a competitive position, all right? Fighting for their love, or maybe you put somebody else in a competitive position. Maybe there was like cheating involved, or some kind of fighting, some kind of quarrel here. Because we have the Tower both on the back of the deck as well as in the cards that came out. So right, like there was some kind of blow up here. Something happened where it's like either, you know, it's like we were really let down. Somebody really let us down. I mean, you'll know which side of this you're on, right? Or maybe you've been on both sides at different times in your life, right? Like you've either inflicted pain or it's been inflicted upon you. So take it however it resonates. But, right, this is like past pain from these tower moments. From like all of the times that you've had to heal. All of the times where it feels like you just didn't know where you stood. It felt like you weren't standing on solid ground. That people were hiding things from you. That like you were being pushed out or abandoned. And then, you know, on the other side of that, it would be like the times where you were triggered and because of the triggers that you were going through, you in turn have maybe caused some of these upsets, right? Where you're reacting to a trigger either internally or externally, and it's causing like a kind of a domino effect of pain. And it's like, well, maybe it's just always going to be like that. That's what we're looking at healing here. Maybe I'm just always going to sabotage things. Maybe I'm always going to get involved with or be attracted to people who cause chaos in my life. Like, it's like that kind of thing. Like, is there anybody out there who's actually decent, whose intentions I can trust, right? That's what we've been asking from the beginning, is like, whose intentions can I trust? And so the pain of the past it's telling us that our past experiences are really coloring something that we find ourselves in right now. Like there could be triggers around, right, wondering if somebody actually likes you or if they're just, you know, and maybe reacting to the trigger before anything has even gone on. You know what I mean? Like, well, I'm just subconsciously going to reject you because I'm fearing rejection. You see what I'm saying? Like it kind of feeds into each other, these projections, and it takes a lot of emotional and mental strength, right? That's what we're looking at here, the emotional and mental strength to sort of recognize that we are not our past. We are not victim to our past or anything that we feel has been done against us or that we have done against another. We are recognizing the pattern, and thereby we are able to behave differently. All right? That's what it's about here, is this deeply addressing how we feel worthy of our heart's truest and deepest desires. And of course we are worthy. Anything you want to say about how the collective can seek healing here? And then I think we will close this off. How can the collective seek healing from these past relationship traumas? I just feel it so strongly. It's like some of you really want to believe. Oh, green. That's why I'm wearing green. Heart. Man. Wow. It's like, I want to say it, but then I don't want to say it because I don't want to feed into that. The sort of scarcity mindset by saying what could be running through your mind. It's not rose-colored glasses, right? It's just we're not trying to give it more power. We're not trying to give those thoughts more power. But we look at it as much as we need to. Okay. The storm. And the stars on the back of the deck. Alright, it does feel a bit like a storm in some sense. Maybe it's been feeling like a storm for a while, but the storm just keeps taking on different shapes. It's like one day it's hailing, the next day it's like just freezing and snowing and melting and flooding and like storm. Okay. You're really showing people how to stand strong through trials that they face. How to not get swept away in those strong energies of the storm, but to use the energy and make it work for you. The star and the storm are right next to each other in this deck. It falls into the ether category. So transition. She is the cycle of madness necessary to reclaim serenity. Before storm's arrival, the gathering charge expands, creating deep unrest. I gotta burp. Storm. There's a storm. Okay. She weaves her rumble of thunder with flashes of lightning, commanding immediate attention. Her climactic performance echoes through the theater of the gods, opening new dimensions. Finally, the skies rain down the tears that precede tomorrow's renewal. Storm indicates transition. In the midst of the tempest, you might wonder how much damage will be done, or even whether you will survive. Remember that the polarity of destruction is renewal. One does not exist without the other. How you endure the storm will influence your ability to regenerate once it's over. Now is the time to take exquisite care of yourself. Soon the sun will be out, the air will be fresh and full of vitality, and a new world will be revealed. When balanced, it's confidence in one's resiliency. When imbalanced, it's trepidation in the midst of change. To bring into balance, stabilize your body's electrical environment by embracing the theory of grounding. So getting grounded. Hopefully you have some tools for that, for grounding. Yeah. The star is divine guidance. Okay, so there is divine guidance here in the midst of this storm. Interesting. It says he adorns the indigo night like phosphorescent pearls, transforming a directionless abyss with his radiating pinpoints of supernatural guidance. Stars embroidered constellations are the embodiment of self-reliance, helping you navigate toward your own bright future. Star appears when the path is obscured and you need a nudge in the right direction. When you ask for advice, the universe will certainly answer. Listen and look for the clues that are offered. There is always a way through. Spend time under the stars at night and let them remind you that you are a beloved member of the cosmos, one who shines among many. So this is about being able to discern true guidance versus being pulled in myriad directions, which, like, in the midst of a storm, when you don't really know what's left and right, up and down, okay? Yeah, this is about being able to discern true guidance versus, like, the voice of what somebody else is telling you should be doing in a chaos. In a chaos. like it's a like it's a noun. It is a noun. But anyway. Oh, sorry, that was loud. All right, so star. Following your star through the storm. You're navigating it, okay? You're navigating your way. Maybe you are a guide, right? Like a guide through the storm. I am definitely seeing that as a possibility here. So it's like, yeah, it's like you're a beacon here. You're a beacon, and you also are relying on other beacons. And from one beacon to another, I'd like to say thank you. Yes, actually, this is a little side note, but I was just thinking, I've been going through a lot with having moved thousands of miles away from my hometown. And, there have been challenges, as is expected when you make a big change. It can be uncomfortable. And that's fine, but it doesn't mean that I don't still have so much gratitude for just like my comrades who have been holding things down and who are supporting myself and the collective through these difficult times. A lot of us, I think, aren't people who are super comfortable just asking for help or telling others that, the way that they check in and the way that they are paying attention to our story is just so, it's just so beautiful that we can share that. And I want you to know that it does not go unnoticed or unappreciated. There's like a handful, especially of readers here on YouTube, that are just so uplifting to myself and the collective. And your place in this space is so felt. Okay, so that is what I have for you. I hope that this helped. If it resonated, please do remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you later.